Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about Johnny Depp. That's right. If you've seen last week, I did a video where I went through all the movies that Vin Diesel has done throughout his career, and I decided to see how many I had actually seen of his, and I think it was around 12 or 13. I know I miscounted in the video. It turned out to be 10, but then I realized I was rewatching the video and I realized, oh shit, no, it was a different number. It was like 12 or 13 now. I can't remember now, but yeah, I made a mistake on the last one. I believe it was like 2 extra that I left out, so it should have been, I believe, 12. Today I'm gonna try to make sure I don't make any mistakes. So what this is good for, is that if you are stuck in home, quarantine for a certain reason, maybe this can help you find movies that you didn't know about, or maybe you want to check out now. Because Johnny Depp is a great actor. No matter what kind of movies he's been doing in more recent years, he is regarded as one of the best for many reasons, especially earlier on in his career. I think even nowadays in movies that he's done, even if the movie isn't so great, he's still pretty good in it. So yes, let's go down and see the career of Johnny Depp and how many movies I have seen of his. And I'm going to predict now, I think I've seen over 20 films of his. I'm going to be curious to see what the final number will be. So let's find out. So let's scroll down all the way to the bottom. Obviously, I am only counting, if you've seen my Vin Diesel video, I am only going to be counting the films that that he starred in and not uncredited roles. Because uncredited or cameo roles, if they're only there for like 1 second, it doesn't make sense. If they're in there for more than 2 or 3 scenes, then I'll count it. So starting with A Nightmare on Elm Street, that was Johnny Depp's very first role in 1984. I do not like horror movies, so obviously I skipped this one. I know it's a classic for a lot of people, directed by Wes Craven. I'm just not a horror fan. I know my shit about horror a little bit, but I'm not, no, that's not for me. Private Resort, never saw it. Platoon, I have seen it. I own Platoon. I actually do not remember Johnny Depp in that movie. I had to actually Google pictures to see who was he in that movie, because I remember William Dafoe. I remember Charlie Sheen. I do not remember Johnny Depp in that movie. Maybe he is, and it's just been a while since I last saw the movie. I think I saw it like back in 2013 or something like that, so it's been a while since I last saw it. Crybaby, never saw it. Edward Scissorhands, yes, I've seen Edward Scissorhands. I mean, who hasn't? I'd be shocked if no movie fan out there has seen Edward Scissorhand. Obviously, it's a Tim Burton classic. So there you go. And it's one of the very first movies that Johnny Depp and Tim Burton would work together on. Next up, Freddy's Nightmare, The Final Nightmare. Now, he's credited on that as Guy on TV, but like I said, I never seen it, so I don't know how big his role would be in that movie. Sounds like it doesn't seem like it would be a big role. But maybe somebody in the comment section can confirm. Who knows? Arizona Dream, never saw it. Benny and June. Yes, I have seen Benny and June. My mom loved that movie back in the day, and she bought it on DVD, and I saw it again in more recent years. I don't remember. I just decided to watch it because I remember there was a song in that movie. You probably know the song if you've seen the movie, right in the beginning. Da 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 100 miles, whatever the song is. Yeah, that was the song that stuck to my head. So that's movie number 3. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Yes, I remember this movie, and I seen it. And fantastic performance from Leonardo DiCaprio. Johnny Depp is great in it as well. So yes, that's another movie. Ed Wood is a fantastic movie. It's the second Tim Burton Johnny Depp collaboration. That is a great movie. If you've seen the movie The Disaster Artist with James Franco, it's a similar situation like that. It's about a true story about a director who's it wasn't a great director, but inspired to be a great director. Wanted to make the best movie he could with some of the biggest dreams. So yes, Ed Wood is a great film. Don Juan DeMarco. I have seen this with Marlon Brando. I believe is in it also. I'm just going to take a quick peek to see if I'm right that Marlon Brando. Yes, Marlon Brando is in it. And Faye Dunaway. Interesting. Yeah, so Don Juan DeMarco, I have seen. Where am I? There am I. And Dead Man, I have not seen. Nick of Time, nope. Donnie Brasco. Did I see Donnie Brasco? Sometimes I have to check, because usually I rate it if I have seen it. No, I have not seen Donnie Brasco. The Brave, I have not seen. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I have seen, but I don't think I understood it, and so I think I tried blocking it out of my memory, because every time I tried thinking about it, what happened in that movie? And I can't even remember. So I think the movie is for potheads, and if you're not a pothead, you won't remember it. So obviously I'm not a pothead, maybe. I've had my moments. But yeah, there you go. The Ninth Gate, never seen it. The Astronaut's Wife, never seen it. Sleepy Hollow, never seen it, but I wanted to see it. But I think it's a horror movie, and that's why I stood away from it. The Man Who Cried, never seen it. Before Night Falls, never seen it. Chocolat, I have seen. Not because I wanted to, but because my mom wanted to. My mom was clearly a big Johnny Depp fan. But I remember it was fine. You know, it's a romantic film. I'm not really... That's not my cup of tea most of the time. There's some good romances out there. That's just Chocolat for me. It was fine. Blow, never saw it. From Hell, never saw it. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Yes, I've seen it, of course. I love the Pirates franchise, and the first Pirates movie is the one to kick it off. Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I bought it. I haven't seen it. I bought it a long time ago. It was sometime after Pirates of the Caribbean. But for some reason, I never just got around to see it. Maybe I should finally sit down and watch it for once. I think it's a sequel to... oh no, Johnny Depp wasn't in the other one, though, I don't think. But it's a sequel because I think Antonio Banderas plays the main character. And it's a sequel to Desperado, I think the movie was called. I forgot. Secret Window, I have seen, and I remember really liking this movie. So, yeah, if you haven't seen Secret Window, check that one out. And They Lived Happily Ever After. Never seen it. Finding Neverland, I have seen. The Libertine, never seen it. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, yes, I've seen it, and yes, this is the movie that started the downfall of Johnny Depp's career. I shouldn't say that, because he still has some good movies after that. Corpse Bride, yes, I've seen it, and I don't remember too much about it. I just know it's about a guy that dies and he gets married to a corpse. Maybe I'm mixing that up. But anyways, that shows how memorable it was for me. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, yes, I've seen it, yes. I love it. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, of course, it's part of the trilogy that I think is one of the greatest trilogies. People are going to kill me for that one. But yes, I would put it in my top 10 trilogies of all time. I wouldn't put it in the top 5. Top 10, I would definitely put it up there. Of trilogies. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Yes, I've seen it. Didn't care much for it. There you go. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. This is an interesting movie because it's actually Heath Ledger's film, but Colin Farrell and Johnny Depp both came in to finish the film for him because it was the last film he did when he passed away. I actually remember enjoying the film. I don't know if I gave it a score. I probably did. This is interesting. I gave it a 5 out of 10. Wow. So I thought it was okay. 5 out of 10 means I thought it was fine. I probably saw a little bit of the mess that the movie had to take in order to finish it off. But for some reason, I look back at that movie and I'm like, maybe I need to rewatch it again. It's been a long time. I probably only watched it that one time, but I know I own it too because I used to buy movies like crazy back in the day. Public Enemies, yes, I've seen, and yes, I probably gave it a 6 out of 10, knowing me. Because I was super excited about the movie, because Christian Bale, Johnny Depp, Christian Bale, because of the Dark Knight trilogy, and Johnny Depp, two of the greatest actors at that time. To see that, and then they didn't really get to interact. Only one scene they interacted together, and I was disappointed. And I heard a lot of people were. I'm not the only one. Alice in Wonderland, it was fine. My least favorite live-action remake that Disney has done. The Tourist, I have seen it. That's with Angelina Jolie also. Yeah, I liked it. I remember thinking it was cool. I know that movie got a lot of negative reviews, or at least I remember it did. Rango. Yes, Rango is a great animated film. If you haven't seen it, please check out that movie, Rango. It's an computer animated film. It's made almost like a Western. Johnny Depp does the voice of an iguana, I think. Yeah, it was a really good movie. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Yeah, this is my least favorite Pirates movie. But it was cool. I liked it. The Rum Diary, never saw it. Jack and Jill, and 21 Jump Street. Both of them are uncredited cameos. I don't know if 21 Jump Street is a cameo, though, because if you do watch that movie, you could see his character is in a couple of scenes, but he probably asked to be uncredited because it was such a small role. I'm gonna not count that one on this list. So yeah, because it's a cameo, so I'll leave it as a cameo. Dark Shadows, skipped it. That was the first one where I said, okay, Johnny Depp, now you're not being careful with what you're picking anymore. The Lone Ranger, I did see it, and I actually didn't think it was that bad, as most reviews made it out to be. I understand the what do they call it? Whitewashing part, but I just didn't think it was the movie in general wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. Lucky Them, never saw it. Transcendence. I don't think I've seen Transcendence. Sometimes you have to look to see. Maybe I did see this one. Yeah, Rebecca Hall, Morgan Freeman. You know what? Oh, and that's right. I rated it 5 out of 10. That's probably why I don't remember it, because it's probably really forgettable. But I probably didn't hate it. So, there. Tusk, never saw it. Sorry to Kevin Smith. Into the Woods. I tried watching that once and stopped after 10 minutes. Not because I wasn't liking what was going on. Just because it was really late at night and I realized I was really tired and I wasn't going to finish the movie. So I thought to myself, yeah, I'll watch it another time. Never got back to it. So, there you go. Mordecai. Never saw it. Black Mass, never saw it. Yoga Hosers, he did 2 Kevin Smith films. Interesting. Never saw it. Kevin Smith never really talks about how he worked with Johnny Depp or how he was working with. I don't know. Someone should ask him that at the next Fat Man on Batman, or Fat Man Beyond, sorry. How was it working with Johnny Depp? Alice Through the Looking Glass, never saw it. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I have seen that, of course, because I love the Harry Potter franchise. Yeah, I like the Fantastic Beasts movie. I'm gonna say that. The first, we'll get to the second one, but the first one, yeah, I thought it's a cool movie. I don't think it's up there with Harry Potter yet, but it's only one movie, so you can't really judge it harshly. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tells No Tales. Yes, I liked it. I liked it more than the last one on Stranger Tides. I didn't like it as much as the original trilogy, though. But for a movie, I think it was a better sequel than the one that came before this one. Murder on the Orient Express. Yes, I've seen it. I fell asleep halfway through, then woke up towards the end. Didn't know what happened. Need to watch it again. But I'm going to count it that I've seen it. Because I did see it. I do remember quite a bit of it until I fell asleep. There you go. Sherlock Gnomes. No, never saw it. London Fields. Never saw it. The Professor. Never saw it. Fantastic Beasts. The Crimes of Grindelwald. Yes, I've seen it. Yeah, that one. Yeah, the worst of the wizarding world, I'm going to say. Unfortunately. Not because of him. Not because of the cast. I think the cast in those movies do the best job that they could. I feel the writing was the thing that failed those movies. Or at least this one. Because, yeah, it was a real slow movie. And I think most of that had to do with J.K. Rowling writing the movie, because I think she writes it as if it's like writing a novel, and I don't think you need to be that. I don't know. It felt all clumsy and messy to me, so it just like too slow. City of Lies, never saw it. Waiting for the Barbarians, never saw it. Minamata, never saw it. No, that's coming up this year. When this year? It says 2020. September 3rd, 2020 in Portugal. Okay, have fun coming out this year. With that being said, I don't know how many I've seen in total, but I think I've seen a lot. I'm going to guess it's over 20. You guys will know for sure because it will be already up on the screen. And who am I going to do next week? We'll see. I know somebody, I think it was Cody, I'm giving you a shout out, gave me some suggestions. This was one of the suggestions, and maybe I'll do a couple of the other suggestions that he recommended. And if anybody else has any more recommendations, let me know, especially since there's no new movies out. Throw out some names, actors, directors. Don't say producers, because producers are harder to pinpoint on what they actually produced, because sometimes people just put their name on a movie and have not much to do with it. That's not always the case, but most of the times that is the case from what I've been told. So with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, take care.